Have you ever noticed that in an age with unlimited information, people feel more lost than ever? We scroll for hours, chase success, compare our lives with strangers online, and still go to bed feeling empty. Anxiety rises, relationships break, wisdom feels rare. But thousands of years ago, a book in the Bible spoke directly to the problems we face today. That book is Proverbs. If you're searching for clarity in a noisy world, subscribe to the channel and join us as we uncover the timeless wisdom hidden inside Scripture, because Proverbs is not just ancient poetry. It is a guide for living wisely in a confused generation. 1. Wisdom is more valuable than wealth. The modern world tells us to chase money, status, and recognition. But Proverbs challenges that idea. It says in Proverbs 4:7, "Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom." Why? Because money can disappear, fame fades, success can collapse overnight, but wisdom protects your life. A wise person knows when to speak and when to stay silent. A wise person avoids destructive decisions before they happen. A wise person builds a life that lasts. Proverbs reminds us that the greatest investment you can make is not in your bank account, but in your character and understanding. 2. Guard your heart in a distracted world. Today, our attention is constantly attacked. Notifications, entertainment, opinions, and endless noise fight for control of our minds. But Proverbs gives a powerful warning in Proverbs 4:23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Your heart shapes your thoughts shape your actions shape your life. If your heart is filled with bitterness, your life will reflect bitterness. If your heart is filled with wisdom, your life will reflect wisdom. Proverbs teaches us that protecting what enters our hearts, our influences, our habits, our desires, is one of the most important disciplines in life. 3. Pride is the silent destroyer. One of the most dangerous traps in life is pride. Pride whispers, "You already know enough." Pride says, "You don't need advice." Pride convinces us we are stronger, smarter, and more capable than we really are. But Proverbs gives a sobering warning. Pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Proverbs 16:18. History proves this again and again. Empires collapse, leaders fall, relationships break. Often the cause is not lack of talent, but unchecked pride. Proverbs teaches that humility is not weakness. Humility is wisdom. A humble person listens, learns, and grows. 4. Your words have power. In our generation, words travel faster than ever. One sentence online can reach millions of people in seconds, but Proverbs reminds us that words are never harmless. Proverbs 18:21 says, "The tongue has the power of life and death." Words can heal someone who is broken. Words can destroy someone's confidence. Words can build relationships or destroy them. Wise people speak carefully. They understand that every sentence carries weight. Proverbs teaches us to pause before speaking, to think before reacting, and to use our words to build rather than destroy. 5. Discipline creates the future. One of the clearest messages in Proverbs is the value of discipline. Modern culture often glorifies comfort and instant gratification, but Proverbs paints a different picture. It contrasts two types of people, the wise and the foolish. The wise person plans ahead. The foolish person avoids responsibility. Proverbs 6 points to one of the smallest creatures in nature, the ant, and says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard. Consider its ways and be wise." The ant works quietly. It prepares for the future. It does not wait until crisis arrives. Proverbs teaches that small, disciplined decisions today shape the life we experience tomorrow. 6. Choose your friends carefully. One of the most underestimated forces in life is influence. Proverbs repeatedly warns us about the company we keep. Proverbs 13:20 says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm." Your environment shapes you more than you realize. Spend time with people who pursue wisdom, and you will grow. Surround yourself with negativity, and it will slowly shape your mindset. Proverbs teaches us that friendships are not neutral. They are directional. They are either leading us toward wisdom or toward destruction. 7. The beginning of wisdom. After all its advice about life, work, speech, discipline, and relationships, Proverbs returns to one foundational truth. Proverbs 9:10 says, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom." This does not mean living in terror of God. It means recognizing His authority, His wisdom, and His guidance. True wisdom begins when we admit that we do not know everything. When we seek God's guidance instead of relying only on our own understanding, we begin to walk a wiser path. This is the foundation of the entire book. Because Proverbs is not just about becoming smarter, it is about learning to live a life that is aligned with truth, humility, and reverence for God. Why Proverbs still matters today. The world has changed dramatically since Proverbs was written. Technology evolved, cities grew, cultures shifted, but human nature has not changed. We still struggle with pride. We still misuse words. We still chase wealth instead of wisdom. We still choose friends who shape our destiny. We still wrestle with discipline. That is why Proverbs continues to speak so powerfully today. It offers something our modern world desperately needs: timeless wisdom. Wisdom that protects our decisions. Wisdom that strengthens relationships. Wisdom that brings clarity to a chaotic world. And perhaps most importantly, wisdom that reminds us that a meaningful life is not built overnight. It is built one wise decision at a time. If you want to grow in wisdom and discover more powerful lessons from the Bible, subscribe to the channel and continue this journey with us.